Your dog has chosen one favorite human, and it's not random, not based on who feeds them, not based on who bought the toys, not even based on who spends the most time at home. So here's the real question. Why does your dog choose one person over everyone else? And more importantly, how do they decide? In this video, we're going to break down exactly how dogs form emotional preferences, why one person becomes their secure base, and whether that choice can ever change. By the end of this video, you'll understand how your dog secretly evaluates every human in the house, the psychological mechanism behind favorite person bonding, and whether you can influence that bond, because your dog didn't choose randomly, they chose strategically. The moment you realized maybe you've seen it before, you walk into the room, and your dog barely lifts their head, but when someone else walks in, tail explosion, full body wiggle, eye contact, excitement spike, or maybe your dog follows one person everywhere, even to the bathroom. They sit closer to one specific person, sleep near one specific person, look at one specific person when something unusual happens. That's not coincidence, that's preference, and preference is rooted in psychology. But here's where most people get it wrong. They assume love equals loyalty, but in dogs, attachment equals safety, and safety is measured constantly. Dogs are always evaluating. Your dog is never neutral. They are constantly reading body language, tone of voice, emotional stability, energy levels, predictability. Every human in the house emits emotional signals, and dogs are masters at reading them. They don't think in words, they think in patterns. Who reacts calmly? Who gets frustrated easily? Who feels stable? Who feels unpredictable? Over time, your dog builds an internal ranking, not consciously, but neurologically. Their brain is wired to search for a secure attachment figure, just like human infants do. This is not sentimental, it's biological. Attachment theory in dogs. Researchers studying canine behavior discovered something powerful. Dogs display something called secure base behavior. That means, when their chosen person is nearby, they explore more confidently. When that person leaves, stress increases. When frightened, they return to that person first. This mirrors infant attachment patterns. Your dog isn't just choosing who they like, they are choosing who regulates their nervous system. And that is a much deeper bond. It explains why the loud, playful person isn't always the favorite. The person who feeds them isn't always the favorite. The person who trained them isn't always the favorite. The favorite is often the one who feels emotionally safest. It's not about who tries hardest. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Trying harder doesn't always work. You can buy more treats, play more games, call them more often, but if your energy is inconsistent, if your tone shifts quickly, if you get stressed easily, your dog notices. Dogs bond strongest with emotional stability. They are drawn to nervous systems that feel regulated. If one person in the house is calm, grounded, and predictable, that person often becomes the anchor, and anchors become favorites. The micro moments that build favorites. The choice doesn't happen in one dramatic event, it happens in micro moments. Who comforts them during a thunderstorm? Who responds gently when they're anxious? Who matches their energy during play? Who understands when they need space? Thousands of tiny interactions stack up, and your dog forms a pattern. This human feels safe. That's how favorites are built. Not through dominance, not through control, through emotional alignment. Why this matters? This isn't just cute trivia, it affects training responsiveness, recall strength, separation anxiety levels, social behavior, stress recovery. The favorite person often has more influence, not because the dog loves them more, but because the attachment bond is stronger, and attachment shapes behavior. So, now you know something important. Your dog has chosen, and that choice is not random. But here's the next question. How exactly do they make that decision? Is it personality matching? Is it routine? Is it chemistry? Or something deeper? In the next part, we're breaking down the exact psychological triggers that cause your dog to choose one human over everyone else. Because once you understand the mechanism, everything changes.
In the last part, we talked about something uncomfortable. Your dog has a favorite person, and it's not random. But now the real question is, how do they actually choose? Is it personality? Is it who feeds them? Is it who plays the most? Is it chemistry? Or is there something happening in your dog's brain that you don't even see? Today, we're breaking down the exact psychological triggers that cause a dog to choose one human over everyone else. Because once you understand the mechanism, you'll start seeing your own behavior differently. It starts with the nervous system. Dogs don't think in words. They don't choose based on logic. They choose based on nervous system compatibility. Every human has an emotional rhythm. Some people are high energy. Some are calm. Some are unpredictable. Some are consistent. Dogs constantly scan for regulation. If a dog feels anxious, they are drawn to someone whose body language is slow and grounded. If a dog is energetic, they bond with someone who matches that energy without overwhelming them. It's not about love, it's about regulation. And your nervous system becomes either a place of calm or a place of stress. Your dog feels that instantly. Micro-expression reading. Here's something most people don't realize. Dogs read faces better than most humans do. Studies show dogs can detect emotional shifts, eye tension, micro-movements, tone changes. You might think you're neutral, but your dog sees frustration, anxiety, irritation, calm, warmth. If one person in the house reacts emotionally in unpredictable ways, and another stays steady, the dog begins attaching to the steady one. Because predictability equals safety. Who provides recovery? Attachment deepens most during stress, not during play. When your dog is scared, thunder fireworks. Loud guests. New environments. Who do they go to? That moment builds more bonding than 100 play sessions. Because in that moment, the brain releases cortisol. And when cortisol drops in the presence of a specific human, the brain connects that human with relief. Relief creates attachment. This is why sometimes the quieter person becomes the favorite. Not the fun one, the safe one. Consistency over time. Dogs love patterns. If one person feeds at consistent times, uses the same tone, walks the same routes, responds predictably, that builds neurological trust. Trust is not excitement. Trust is repetition. And repetition builds preference. Your dog doesn't think, I like this person more. Their brain thinks, this person makes the world feel stable. And stability feels good. Shared rituals. Rituals are powerful. If you have a special routine, morning walks, training sessions, couch cuddle time, fetch in the yard, those rituals become emotional anchors. The brain loves familiarity. The person associated with rituals often becomes the emotional reference point. It's not about quantity of time. It's about meaningful repetition. Chemistry is real. There's also something more subtle. Hormonal synchronization. When dogs and humans bond, both release oxytocin, the same bonding hormone released between parents and children. Eye contact increases it. Calm touch increases it. Gentle voice increases it. Over time, certain pairings simply synchronize better. It feels effortless. That's not imagination. That's biology. So your dog chooses based on nervous system compatibility, emotional predictability, stress recovery bonding, consistent routines, shared rituals, hormonal chemistry, not just treats, not just time, but psychological alignment. Now here's the part most people want to know. If your dog has already chosen, is that permanent? Or can that attachment shift? Because in the next part, we're going to talk about whether you can actually become your dog's favorite, and what you'd have to change to make that happen. Can you become your dog's favorite? So now you know something most dog owners never think about. Your dog has a favorite person. And that choice wasn't random. It was based on safety, on emotional stability, on nervous system alignment. But now the real question is, if you're not the favorite, can that change? Or has your dog already decided forever? The answer might surprise you, because attachment in dogs is strong, but it is not fixed. And if you understand how bonds are built, you can absolutely deepen your place in your dog's emotional world. The hard truth about favorites. First, we need to clear something up. If your dog prefers someone else, it doesn't mean they love you less. Dogs don't experience love like humans rank relationships. They don't think in comparison. They think in safety and comfort. If someone regulates their stress better, they lean toward that person. If someone feels predictable, they trust that person. That's not rejection. That's biology. but biology can be influenced. Safety is the foundation. If you want to strengthen your bond, you must become emotionally predictable. Dogs attach to stability. If you react loudly when they misbehave, shift moods quickly, get frustrated often, send mixed signals, your dog feels that, even if you don't think you show it. Dogs are masters at reading micro changes in tone and posture. So the first step isn't more play, it's emotional consistency. Calm corrections, steady tone, predictable reactions. When your dog knows what to expect from you, their nervous system relaxes, and relaxed nervous systems bond deeper. Shared rituals. Create attachment. Attachment strengthens through repetition, not through intensity. You don't need grand gestures, you need rituals. A short daily walk that only you do. A quiet 5-minute cuddle before bed. A specific training routine that becomes your thing. Rituals tell your dog, this person is part of my stability. Over time, those repeated moments build emotional weight, and emotional weight builds preference. Stress moments matter most. The strongest bonds are formed during stress recovery, not during fun. When your dog is scared of thunder, who comforts them calmly? When they're unsure in a new environment, who becomes their anchor? If you want to deepen attachment, show up in those moments. Not with excitement, but with grounding presence. Sit low. Use soft voice. Slow movements. Let your body communicate safety. Your dog will associate you with relief, and relief builds powerful bonds. Touch and oxytocin. There's real science behind bonding. When dogs make gentle eye contact with a trusted human, both release oxytocin, the same bonding hormone released between parents and children. But this only happens when touch feels safe. Slow petting, chest strokes, calm presence, not overstimulation, not rough grabbing, not chaotic energy. Connection is built in softness. If you want to increase your emotional position in your dog's world, make your presence calming, not overwhelming. Understanding their language. One of the biggest shifts happens when you truly learn your dog's signals. When they turn their head away, lick their lips, freeze slightly, lower their ears, shift their weight. These are communications. When you respond appropriately, your dog feels understood, and being understood strengthens attachment faster than play ever could. When your dog feels, this human gets me, the bond deepens. What if the favorite never changes? Here's something important. Even if you never become number one, you can still have a deep, meaningful bond. Dogs can have multiple strong attachments. It's not a competition, it's a network. And sometimes your role is different. Maybe you're the calm one, maybe you're the playful one, maybe you're the safe nighttime presence. Each bond has value. Your goal isn't to replace someone, it's to strengthen your connection. The bigger perspective. At the end of the day, your dog doesn't choose based on ego. They choose based on what feels right in their nervous system. They choose safety. They choose predictability. They choose emotional alignment. And the beautiful part? You can become that. Not by forcing it. Not by competing. But by becoming the most stable, grounded version of yourself. Dogs don't need perfection. They need consistency. So, if your dog has chosen someone else as their favorite, don't take it personally. See it as information. It tells you what feels safe to them. And once you understand that, you can build something even stronger. Because your dog didn't choose randomly. They chose biologically. And biology responds to consistency, calm, and connection. The real question isn't, am I the favorite? It's, how safe do I feel to my dog? And that is something you can influence every single day.